Mark, you alluded to it. It was such a
Right here.
Sorry.
it was such a defensive battle going back and forth, big plays on both sides. Do you almost feel like in the second half that, hey, if we get one score ahead of these guys, the way our defense is playing, we're good to go, one score or two scores?
We prefer more, but I thought our defense was playing great, and I thought we were. That's why we punted there in a couple situations that were marginal. I thought our defense was playing better than or kind of over the top in terms of we were closer on offense on our side than kind of they were on their side in my judgment. And I thought our guys would endure. I just believe a lot in our guys and this football team, and just kept playing.
Been in a bunch of games where it hasn't been a game at halftime. What was it like to be in there 14-14? They're getting the ball in the second half.
It was awesome. It was awesome. When you can look those guys in the eye, and our guys were more excited for the second half kickoff than they were for the first half kickoff. And that's when you got the right group of guys, because it's there's a little anxiety in the stands, a little anxiety of like, wait a second, it's not 72-3, what's wrong? There was none of that with the guys with the helmets on, and those are the guys that matter.
In the back, Warren.
Mark, back here. Take us through the fake punt. Obviously deep in your own territory. Take us through that thought process of doing that. Was there something you saw on film that you thought you could get that converted?
Definitely. Coach Oz did a great job all week, and our guys did a great job of executing it, and that's what it's all about. If you can, you have confidence in it in practice. If it's on the 7-yard line, it's on the 7-yard line. If it's there, execute it. And that we went into the game, and Oz kind of asked me beforehand, hey, what if this and what if that, and we're going. And again, we believe so much in our guys because of demonstrated preparation that we have a ton of confidence in them, and that was something that basically wherever the ball was, we were rolling.
In the back, far side.
Went over a top 15 program. How do you think that plays into the BCS coming out?
I have no idea.
No comment.
I have no idea. No, I that's my comment. I have no idea. It's literally comical to me how many what if this and him and the other girl meet and they play this other team, and we have no control over that. We controlled this outcome, as best as we possibly could, and we're really proud of that. And now we're going to get ready for another really good team.
Middle.
Hi, Coach. Can you talk a little bit about your impressions of Marcus's play tonight?
I thought Marcus was, he had a couple gimmies early that we had a couple drops, missed a couple throws, but that guy's a stud. I mean, he just, again, kind of willed this team offensively, really challenged the offensive line. I thought our offensive line got stronger as the game went on, and part of that was him. A bunch of that was him.
Warren in the back again.
Mark, defensively, you held UCLA scoreless in that second half. That is a pretty impressive effort. Could you maybe talk about your defense in the second half?
Absolutely. I mean, they were awesome. I thought we did a great job of believing in the system. And there's a lot of teams that when there's that anxious feeling of they start looking around and, well, I better jump a route or I better do somebody else's job. And that was our message at halftime. We had a couple guys early on when they had some big plays, whether it was the quarterback kind of zone reads and some different read game things. We had the guy that was responsible for the back tackling the quarterback and the guy that was responsible for the quarterback tackling the quarterback. That's not good. And that's, again, what we just hammered home is just do your job. Do your job great, play with maximum strain, and everything will work out.
They were very physical with you. At what point did you feel like you answered that? It looked early on like they were throwing you around a little bit.
I don't know. The final score. I don't know. I thought our guys. When you watch these guys on film, that's a very talented team. We know a lot of those guys kind of from recruiting back and forth, and the crossover of. We have a lot of knowledge of those guys, and there's a bunch of talented guys on that team, and I think our guys can match that.
Field goal unit or field goal kicking, obviously. Maldonado missing that field goal. Is there enough of a body of work for you to make a decision going forward, or is it something that you
There's not. I would have gone with Maldonado again in a heartbeat if we had to do it over again, just because he's been practicing great. Not that Matt hasn't, but he's been practicing great, and we talked about it in that situation and went with him, and I'd do it again.
Any more questions? Back here in the back.
How about your running game?
Please.
Hey, Mark, how about your running game? What did you think of it tonight?
I thought, especially towards the end of the game, we kind of, got after it a little bit up front. I don't know what we ended up with. 325, Again, that's, I guess, a disappointment, and or I can't tell by your tone of voice, but and I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I thought our guys really got after it as the game went on. And I think, again, we kind of endured and got stronger as the game went on, which was that's what you want. We want to finish.
Warren again.
Warren's on fire.
Coach, Miles Jack, Anthony Barr, your impressions now that you've seen them up close.
I don't like them very much. No, those guys, I talked to them both right after. Those guys are phenomenal players. I told Miles Jack I'm going to officially change the rule for the NFL for him to come out early. That guy's he's just a giant muscle, and he can run and cover, and very physical player. And Anthony Barr is as advertised, no question.
Anyone else? Right here.
Hey, Coach. Byron Marshall coming in, taking the load. Seems like he's been doing great and kind of continued it this game. What did you think about?
I thought, again, a guy that really accepted a couple challenges as the game went on. He had a little bit of kind of too many feely runs. He was kind of tiptoeing through there and trying to make every play a touchdown. And we just, talked to him about one cut, hit it, and then a 4-yard run became a 12-yard run running through an arm tackle, and then he broke a couple. And again, a great effort by him. Thomas came in and spelled him really well, and we really like all our backs.
Second in the middle.
Mark, this because of the offense at Oregon the last few years and the pace and the points and the yards, the defense hasn't gotten a lot of respect nationally. What has this defense shown you this year?
That guys from ESPN should come around and cover our defense more often. No, they played phenomenally well. You can't, again, 219 yards. Is that what it was total? Hang on. 283 yards and really one explosive play that we'll live with that all day. And I think, again, it's not, we don't have the, Deion Jordan name maybe, or the guy, the Kiko Alonso, now the legend of Kiko Alonso, the name that everybody knows, but there's about 22 guys playing their tails off, and we love every single one of them.
Over here, far side.
You mentioned after the Washington game that Thomas Tynan grew up a lot that week, and he continued to have a good week last week and this week. What's kind of next for him at this point in his career?
Just playing, and that's a guy that he just, backs are different, and he's one of those guys that needs to kind of do it, and then he's confident. And there's a lot of stuff that you have to kind of check off your list as a tailback, whether it's protections or just situational stuff where he did a great job against Washington, staying in bounds in a 4-minute drill, just stuff like that comes up. Tonight he did a great job of just cramming it up in there and getting 3 yards and milking the clock. And so he just needs to keep checking those things off his list and playing with confidence, because he's got a ton of talent, and he's a great worker, he's a great learner, and just needs to trust it.
Aliotti's talking about your defense. He calls it a car. He says Frost is driving. Frost says no, he's the GPS. What's the defense to you when you look over that defensive unit?
Is this like one of those games is like a fruit cocktail? I don't know. Something good and mean. I don't know what it is.
What do you think of what they're doing this year? Defense?
I think it's outstanding. I think again that the part about all this is we don't sit here and go, hey, the offense won this game, and the special teams won this game, and the defense won these 3 games. We won these games, and I think this was just an incredible effort in every phase. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. And those guys know it, and they're going to come back and try to fix the stuff that's not. Our in every phase, our offensive coordinator and the offensive side, the defensive coordinator on their side, and Oz did a great job, and then they're going to fix the stuff that wasn't great and move on.